black women are very accepting of gay men. And especially since many of the black gay men who come out, they come out to their mother first. Their mother's the first one to accept them, and a lot of the times their mother is the only one to accept them. So this is only pointing out a problem. This is not to put a scarlet letter on all black women. So I want to preface that because I love my black women. But I find it problematic sometimes, especially when Xavier used those words. Girlfriends, queens, but sometimes they'll say it, just the tone and just the connotation of it, it comes off as very negative, it comes off as very bashing. I've just found that sometimes a lot of black women, you know, they love when the gay men are fixing their hair, their nails, their makeup, styling them, making sure they look absolutely beat. And they use, you know, they like us when it's advantageous for them, but at the same time, they just say little comments, or even in my personal life, black women will refer to, you know, some of my aunts will refer to Richard, my partner that I've been with for 11 years, as my friend, or won't completely acknowledge him, or just say, you're a friend, or just little nitpicky things that don't seem that big of a deal, but it is, you know, undercover homophobia. You have to call it for what it is. So they use this for, you know, the vanity and the beauty and when it's advantageous for them, but then at the same time, they low-key pretty much have something against us as people and the way that we want to live our lives with whomever and however we want to live them. So, you know, I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on that. Sometimes I just think it's really trifling. And I'm going to just add one more point, and then I'm going to let Xavier take it from here. I've also noticed the women who take the most usually have fiancés or husbands or boyfriends or whoever, you know, the relationship, whatever the relationship with these men are, usually these men have left them for other men, so now they're mad. But you can't be mad at the other gay man. I'm sorry what happened to you happened to you, but be mad at your husband. Check your husband or your straight men who led you on in a fake relationship instead of checking these other gay men, because that's where the problem lies. You need to be mad at the right person. And that's all I have to
say. Okay. Once again, you got a few things for me to unpack there. I think that's two different points. Let me talk about the first point. The black women and the gay bashing. Why do you think that they fall through the cracks? Is it because sometimes they are so friendly with it, or what? Or what would be the appropriate behavior? Because I'm trying to understand. Because I'm, you know, just full disclosure, just for my little knowledge of it, I know friends and girlfriends in the past that have gotten into fights with some of their gay friends, you know, and you know, it's been some said because of jealousy, because of this, because of that. You know, it's always drama. So it's almost like, you know, that's almost female business in a way. If you know, no disrespect, but it's almost like that with cattiness with the ladies, with the girls. So I'm trying to understand, like, do they half accept, or do they, you know what I mean, like, is it a thing where some of them accept you all the way as a real friend and a person, and some of them just accepting it for like a novelty, like you're an accessory or something?
Exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head on the second part. Some, they consider us real friends, family. They love us for who they are. But some, I don't know. It's just, I think as time has gone on and as we've entered the 21st century, being gay has almost become a fashionable thing. I think some people's just taking it the wrong way. We fought for decades just to be accepted as a human being and live our lives. And now through the media and stuff, just with shows and with overall popular culture, it's become fashionable. And I just think that a lot of women just see us as an accessory. Oh, this is my gay friend. This is my token gay friend. This is my girlfriend. This is my gay husband. And they just want to be your friend because it's the thing to do rather than just being your friend because they love you for who you are. So.
Okay. See, I understand that better. See, I was trying to Just really put myself in your shoes or the shoes of anyone that feel like they're slighted to just try to really understand where you're coming from. So now I can see how that could feel offensive or could feel away. Um, Speaking of just different little things of offensive or whatnot, let's speak a little bit about Governor Cuomo and his sexual assault scandal. For you who don't know, Governor Cuomo is the New York City governor that's accused of sexual assault throughout many years. And now it's just seemingly out of nowhere. A lot of the scandals coming up with some of them do. So here at the X-FAKTOR podcast show, we want to say we are definitely pro women and we're pro having the right to speak up anytime, you feel assaulted. Sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it's delayed. But just at the X-FAKTOR Pod Show, we got to also keep it real. Some of them be lying. So, Tim, what do you think in this situation? Do they have validity with their claim, or is it a little suspect?
All right. If all of these women, I just want to say this: if all of these women came forward and they were actually sexually assaulted by Governor Cuomo, then he should be prosecuted and rot under the jail cell and pretty much, dealt with to the full extent of the law. But it's just a common, at the same time, though, I got to be real, I can't be dumb. This is a common thing where one comes out, then all of these other ones come out. And I'm not here to say when is the right time for a woman to speak up or what she goes through or why it might take so long for her to speak up, because I've never been in that position. But when you have all of these women, multiple women at the same time, I'm going to be honest, it just really feels orchestrated. It feels orchestrated, and at the same time, if these are lies, you can ruin somebody like that. Sexual assault allegations is not something that you come back from. You ruin somebody's lives when you come through with false allegations. So, and I think the judicial process with him should play out. All of these women should be heard, and they should investigate each of their stories. But at the same time, if these stories come back to be false, then they should be put in jail for the same sentence that Governor Cuomo would have gotten had he been convicted, or if he is convicted of them. So that's all I have to say about that. I love women. I'm always pro women. But at the same time, you can't ruin. Just because I'm pro woman doesn't mean I'm going to be pro just ruining somebody's life just because a woman says something without having it fully investigated.
Right, and see, something that you said that just made me think of something else. Do you remember the scandal with T.I. and Tiny that was a couple of months ago, and the friend or the former worker of those or whatever, them was saying this and that and had so many women out and was looking so bad, looking so crazy. But I don't, to my knowledge, no criminal charges have been filed versus T.I. or the women haven't went. But it was such a big campaign, you know what I mean? That type of thing is very dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And I only say that because anyone, could make a mistake or anyone could do anything. So I'm not trying to say that I believe anyone or any and everybody about whatever. That ain't what I'm saying. But when it comes so hard with so much force, but then a lot of them not going the extra mile to actually go to police or let their name come out or whatever. Basically, really go there. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to make an accusation like that, I'm going to really go there. So, and I'm from Atlanta. People have been knowing how T.I. and Tiny get out for a long time. I find it hard to believe that all of these women they forced to be a part of what they had going on when they had many, many, many just waiting to be willing to be down with what they had to go. What they were doing. So there was no reason for to be forcing it. That's just my personal opinion. But at the same time, if it's so real, just like with Governor Cuomo, come on out with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying at the time you have to. Whenever you feel whatever, you're strong enough and all of that. But come on out with some real facts, some stuff that we can go ahead and take these people down. Because I don't care what celebrity you have, what office you have, what job you have. If you are guilty truly of doing this, you deserve to get handled, dealt with in the worst possible way, legally, illegally, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So I don't care who you is, but just like you said, if it's come to find out that you lying, that serious accusation, to say a man forcibly did this or that or made you do this or that, and you ain't got no proof, or you really come out to be lying, I think it should be just as harsh on your ass. Because that is definitely messed up, and I'm going to keep it all the way real. That's why I'm like, I'm never saying nothing is true, but I know the women I know in my life, even some of the ones that have been through some things, once they gain their power back and get strong enough, they willing to tell whoever, anybody, when it's time. They'll write it on a letter. They'll text somebody. They'll email somebody. They'll go talk to the detective only. They'll do whatever when it's really time to get on their ass. You know what I'm saying? To get this shit handled. So that's why I'm like, that's where I'm at. I ain't choosing no side either way. Either get on these people's ass for real and give the real information up so we can handle them, or get up out of here with this lying ass shit for a payday. It's another way, all money ain't good. It's another way to get some money, baby, if that's what you're doing. Get it together. Because Governor Cuomo was on TV all 2020. I was watching his updates. He was doing better than Trump. But come on with it. Bust him out at the time where everybody know him. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But you just coming on the late night tip with some, email or document. I don't know. What's going on, man?
Exactly. So, and you know what? I want to segue off of one thing about money. If you are willing to settle out of court for money,
there you go.
To put together a sexual assault allegation, which so many women do, then I don't believe you're sexually assaulted. Because real women who were sexually assaulted don't care for money. They want to see the person go down.
You don't want that to happen to anyone else.
Exactly. If you settle out of court for money, then I don't believe you. So we're going to see how many of these women reach out of court settlement. And then if too many of them are doing it, then I think the whole thing was just bullshit. It is what it is. You have to call it for what it is. So
yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it's just jumping on the bandwagon, because once it goes to 20 plus and it's like that, if y'all ain't got the proof, out of 20 women, y'all ain't got enough text messages, to this, to that, the real deal stuff to make it where they have done something to you, y'all just bitter that y'all can't rock with them no more. Y'all just bitter because something that happened. You feel me? Because it's like real talk. Hey, man, especially if you celebrity or this or that, and you feel like you've been wrong, sometimes the only way to get them back is to try to slander their name. So if you really had some real proof, come on out with it. Bust them out. Roast them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Please do. Because I don't want it to happen to nobody else if they really out here Mickeying folks and doing all that. Hey, man, I don't know nothing about that. So if people really doing that, man, tell them what happened. You know what I'm saying? Paint the picture for us. Only because you are accusing someone. You got the burden of proof. You feel me? Just because of accusation, we black folks. White folks can accuse us anytime that shit don't be real. So you got to come with some facts to prove it to us. We know about that false accusation shit. So it's like, come on with the proof and we'll ride with you. We'll beat their ass, you know what I mean? We'll help you take them to jail, whatever. But come on, man. Give me something to work with besides all this. This is just my word. Hey, man, you might be mad right now. You know what I'm saying? You have something going on with you in your life. You feel like you can do this right. I don't know. But give me some realness. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody just can't say, that's my word, and I ain't feel comfortable until now. And we all feel comfortable at the same time. When that happen? When women just feel like doing stuff at the same time all the time? It's rare. So all y'all just happen to get the strength at the same time, or y'all put together this money play to be like, man, let's get this lick on these fools. What's up? What's going on?
I feel you. I feel you 100%, Xavier. It's just, I just feel like, and you said something really interesting. So y'all all just felt the need to come forward. Y'all all got to enlighten it at the same time. I mean, it's just off. It just seems off. And all I have to say is we should let the judicial process play out. It will play out with Governor Cuomo because he has the complexion for protection.
You know it.
And it will play out for him. But if these accusations, if they don't come through with it, they're wasting taxpayer dollars.
That's all we're saying, y'all. We're not bashing the ladies. We're not saying we're doubt. We just don't believe them. We're saying that's a heavy, heavy, heavy charge to come on somebody. Bring it.
Yes.
Bring the evidence.
Yes,
Bring
exactly.
something. Anything. You know what I'm saying? Bring something besides that they forced you to take drugs. Who gonna force somebody to do what? You must gonna have to really drug me with a needle or something to make me take something. Or you gonna have to kill me and take me out of here. Who gonna force me? You feel me? For real. Who gonna force me to take a pill or drink something? No. No, I'll leave. It's Uber. It's Lyft. I'm out of here. Now, if you forcibly holding me, come on out with it. Say that they forcibly held you against your will or something. Put it, you know what I'm saying? Describe where you was at, what house you was, you know what I mean? What do you remember? You know what I'm saying? Come out with it. Then I'll believe you a little more. I'll come on with it. But I'm just saying, I just don't like people saying stuff and then being like, well, what's the proof with it? I don't need no proof. I'm a woman. You should believe me. Hey, man, people I know have nothing beat the cross but the double cross. Anybody gonna come up with a jug move if they know that's all they gotta say. That's just like Emmett Till. He was threatening to say he whistled or looked at a white woman. Come to find out he ain't do neither such thing. This man was dead, drugged, and beat over that, over an accusation. That's why I say black folks, we know all about these false accusations. We've been down this road plenty of times. So we just gonna need some little more proof than that. Little white girl, 50, 60 years later talking about, oh, he really didn't do that. What the hell that help us now? You old as hell and he ain't been able to live his life, lady, with this false ass accusation. That's why we take it so serious, ladies and gentlemen. Understand that.
Exactly. You just have to come hard. Those are serious accusations. So if you say it, come hard. And all I have to say is, if you're looking for money, then I don't believe you. And if you found out to not really have any burden of proof against this person, then you should go to jail too for slandering the name and potentially ruining their life and really ruining their life, because she'll never be able to come back from this. So that's all I have to say about it. I love you, ladies, but you have to be responsible in how you go about things and how. So just be ready. If you're ready to play big ball, to come with the big ball back.
Hey, and we're open book, guys. Leave some comments. We'll answer. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss on the next show. We don't run for no smoke because we know what it is. We know what we're saying. We're very conscious of what we're saying. So if anybody got a problem with whatever we're saying, pull up. We'll pull back up with you. You know what I'm saying? It was real dialogue going on. You know what I'm saying? There's real thought behind this. So we really putting our thoughts out here, and we've been acknowledging everybody's feelings, but at the same time, it's trying to break down some realness. This has been another episode of the X-FAKTOR Podcast Show. We've been hitting the hard-hitting topics all the time. Every week, we got new content for you coming. Once again, thank you, Timothy Rice, for being a part of my tribe, being an X-FAKTOR listener and contributor. I appreciate it. Everybody watching, man, appreciate y'all. Hit me up on Instagram, X-FAKTOR Podcast. Hit me up on Facebook, X-FAKTOR Podcast Show. Hit me up on YouTube, X-FAKTOR Podcast ATL. Hit me up, y'all. One love, X-FAKTOR Podcast. And we out.